There's the big pile of stuff you need. Not actually a lot of stuff. I don't know, 350. Always remember that when you're baking stuff, you gotta wash your hands. Ah, it's really hot water. Whoops. Oh, crap. The first thing in the recipe is oats. So the recipe says 2 cups oats. Now remember not to get instant oats. Get something else, because instant oats don't bake very well. You can see this one says ideal for baking. The recipe says 2 cups. I basically always use 2.5 cups. 2.5 cups. Maybe even 3 if you feel like it. The oats. A measuring cup. Put them in a bowl. Next thing on the recipe is brown sugar. So the recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Just like the oats, I like to change the recipe a little bit. The original recipe I got from Google. If you type in healthy granola lunchbox, healthy lunchbox granola, I think, it comes up and says this is the winning recipe. And I just changed a few things about that recipe. So instead of a 1/2 cup, if you want your, or a quarter, no, it's a 1/2 cup of sugar. If you want them a bit sweeter, you can go like 3/4. I wouldn't go a full cup. Alright, so there we go. 3/4 cup brown sugar. You don't have to mix anything, just dump it in there for now. Alright, so there we go. The oats and the brown sugar are both in. And the next thing on the recipe is wheat germ. There we go, third ingredient, wheat germ. Bam. Oh, look at that. Now there's 3 ingredients in the bowl, not mixed at all. And the next thing on the recipe is flax seeds. But just flax seeds would be kind of boring. So I also use sunflower seeds. 1/4 cup flax seeds. Not mixing it. Basically got a 1/3 cup of sunflower seeds. A little bit more. Still not mixing it. Okay. So next I think it's tasty stuff. Next is fruit mix. The recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of fruit mix. But I think I'm getting low and I want to make more than one batch. So I'm just gonna measure it and then go 1/2 and 1/2 for each batch. I only had a 1/2 cup of fruit mix left. That's less than how much the recipe itself calls for. So 1/4 cup of fruit mix instead of 3/4 cups. Pecans. 1/2 cup of pecans. And that would be the last dry ingredient. I've done this to myself before. I said that was the last dry ingredient when I put in the pecans without realizing I hadn't put in any flour. So it says 1 cup. Dump that in there. Now that's the last dry ingredient. So then you want to fold that. You don't just mix it, you want to fold it. So it's this thing where you like, some high school home ec class stuff where you go in there and you fold it. You make sure that all the ingredients are well mixed. There's no white spots or brown spots. There you go. Probably hard to tell, but it's well mixed now. First wet ingredient is syrup. I'm just going to use plain old table syrup. There we go, 1/2 cup of syrup. The next thing it calls for is oil, but I like to use applesauce. And not crappy unsweetened stuff. Get some applesauce with sugar in it. There we go. Got a full cup in there. It's kind of weird looking, applesauce and syrup mixed together. The next thing it asks for is 1 egg well beaten. So on here it says 1 egg equals 4 tablespoons water, 1 tablespoon powder. And then inside this little Tupperware, there's a white powder. That's an egg replacer. You mix it with water and, yeah, vegan replacement for egg. Getting tablespoons of water is kind of funny. Yeah, looks like a tablespoon. Put the powder into the dry ingredients. And remember, don't lick the spoons or anything you're mixing stuff with until everything's in the oven and you know you're done mixing. You can pour the liquid ingredients in, and then just like before, you have to fold it to make sure that all the ingredients are well mixed. See, there's still dry spots. Gotta keep going till everything's nice and sticky. So that's the finished product, I guess. And then what you're gonna want to do is check in. Oh, the red light's off. That means my oven's preheated. You're basically gonna have to commit to getting your hands messy for this part. You can try and do it with a spatula or a spoon, but it's friggin' hard. Just put it on the cookie sheet. You don't even have to cover the cookie sheet. You could potentially like make a little mountain of it, because then you're just going to use your hands to flatten it out across the cookie sheet. Have your mountain of granola bar, whatever, your mess, and you just flatten it. You don't have to flatten it right to the edges. Just go whatever thickness you want your granola bars. The thing is, oh man, that sucks. I didn't grease the cookie sheet. I cleaned myself up and figure this mess out. It's always an adventure making granola bars. You get to learn stuff, right? Learning's cool, isn't it? Oh man. You want to make sure that you get these edges. You get the oil right up to the top so that you can get the granola bars out easily. So you want to get like everywhere. Okay, so now it's all spread out across the cookie sheet. The original recipe is for one batch of granola bars, and it says 20 to 25 minutes. It all depends on how chewy you want them. You can put them in 15 to 30 minutes, it really depends. On the granola bars, this gotta go into the oven. And remember, oven mitt. Remember what I said before, always use an oven mitt. See, even the oven mitt's burnt. Imagine if that was your hand. Oh boy. The granola bars might be done. I'm gonna check on them. Oh, it's dark in there, you can't even see. I think they're done. I gotta get a knife. Now you can turn the temperature of the oven down so you don't burn your apartment down. This next part is really important. You gotta remember to cut around the edge of everything. Around the whole edge. Take your things out. I usually like to put them in a Tupperware container, like that. And just if you cut them pretty good, they'll all come out easily. There's the granola bar. So yeah, scatter pattern, making granola bars.